I welcome you all to School of Timeless Wisdom. My name is Omni Amin, and today we're going to speak about how can we not just change our lives, change ourselves, change things, change timelines, move forward into challenging times. Now, whether you're in a personal year of 9, so that it's endings, or a cosmic 9, or both, or other things, or loved ones who are facing challenges, I want you to know one thing, that from minute to minute, you are choosing how you are developing in the now. So the now holds all the power. When you hear people speaking about the power of now, they're absolutely right, because there is no power except in the present moment. It's a present and it's a prison of an eternal now, which means a gift, an eternal gift of choices, choosings, changes. So why is the present moment so important? Because it is the present moment that decides your past and your future. And you'll tell me about my past happened. How can my present moment define my past? And I'll say one simple, very, very simple thing is the minute you change your perception, the minute you change something about you, is the minute you have jumped a timeline that has a different past and a wonderful future. Now, changes don't have to be massive, like right now I'm poor, and then a second later I want to be rich. You can be rich in the way you think about things, and then it's going to change. But the most important thing is start with things that are very crucial to who you are. It doesn't have to be massive things. It can be very, very simple things. And I'm going to give you a wonderful example. Now, the example is, let's say I'm the Omnia who wakes up and never brushes her teeth and never makes up her bed and is always grabbing a cup of coffee with unbrushed teeth, uncombed hair, and I just rush to my vehicle to go to work, to go to school, to go to wherever I'm going, because time is always short. And I've been like this for 10 years, wired into it. And then one sunny day, someone tells me, if you continue to do things in the very same manner that you're doing them, you're going to get this very same results that you're getting. So I sit with myself and I'm like, okay, so I'm the Omnia in the present moment, opens her eyes, and instead of just rushing out of bed and doing all of this, I just take my time and I say, okay, I'm going to walk, shower, brush my teeth, pay a little bit of attention to my makeup, nicely make my coffee, go make my bed, take my keys, and put my favorite song or my favorite whatever, and feel really inspired going home. And you'll tell me, and? So the Omnia who made her bed is a different one. The Omnia who brushed her teeth is a different one. The Omnia who put something inspiring to listen to work is a different version. The Omnia who made her coffee, blessing the coffee and blessing the water and taking it happily. There are 4 different upgrades. So even if I had done just one, like the Omnia who wakes up and says, I'm going to make my bed, and then I come back home to sleep in that bed and I'm like, isn't that wonderful? So you see, the aha moment in the morning and the aha moment at night made 2 impacts on the same me. And then the brushing of my teeth and drinking my coffee and like, I'm not eating those that horrible bacteria that was brewing, but it's fresh. I've got fresh breath. It's a fresh me with this very simple act. And the fact that you have changed one thing, anything that I have mentioned is a change in you, which means you've jumped a timeline. The timeline before was an Omnia that never brushed her teeth, an Omnia that never made her bed, an Omnia that never really took mornings any special, and that just grabbed a coffee and it was like pouring whatever and drove to work. And I've transformed myself 4 steps up. You know those 4 steps up, what they do? Or even one of them 1 step up? This playing something that I really like, and actually this is key for me, because last week I started to play like things from Gaia and YouTube that inspire me. And as a result, it played wonders with how I teach at work. It's just like class is smooth. I enter in a beautiful mood and all my students are happy and I'm elated. I used to listen to music and other things, but for a while I haven't been. Reintroducing this reintroduced something wonderful in me. And once you change something, this is called jumping timeline. This means that you have created a new you, and this new you will want to remain you. So long as you keep this habit that has given you one positive thing, even if it's smelling your sweet, fresh breath because you brushed your teeth before you drink that coffee, or that aha moment coming back to bed because you made your bed in the morning and then you're going to come and lie in it and it feels wonderful. Whatever small habit that you have ingrained in your program is a new you. There is a you before and a you after. And you need to capitalize on this. Now, the more you wire yourself with a new you of things that are happy, the more you're prone to make changes because you know they last. The most important thing is not what happened to me. Because, by the way, this is what happened to me. False alarm. Nothing happens to you. You happen to you. Your perceptions, your ideas happen to you. So when you say, this is happening to me, and you look at it and you say, all right, if it's really happening to me, what is the me that needs to make a simple change that this does not happen? Or what is the me that needs to make a change that when this happens, I'm not affected? Because sometimes we say, every time I meet this person, he or she presses my buttons and something bad happens. By the way, the universe is so intelligent. You're going to meet that person, something wrong is going to happen that you really dislike, is going to press your buttons, and you're going home feeling very sour. But the minute you meet that person and something foul happens, and you're just like looking and laughing and saying, you know what? The universe is beautiful. It's not that the universe is sour, that person materialized. You see the perception? Gosh, the universe is amazing. It's amazing. It lined this up. And you're smiling. I bet you it might happen a second time, a third time, but it will not happen the fourth. Because you're smiling, you're laughing, you're not embittered. And the person whom you're reacting to, and usually end up in a quarrel, or you go home sour, you will not go home feeling the same way. Why? Because you jumped a timeline. Because you've become something different. So the thing is, it's not a miracle. It is once you change one habit, start with one very simple habit. The minute you open your eyes, because recently, last week, I had so many challenges that the minute I open my eyes, it's kind of like, oh, I'm flooded with negative energy. I'm like, because I am someone who's extremely positive in the morning. And when I sleep over friend's place or in camping, everybody asks me one thing: how come you're smiling when you're sleeping? And they even take photos and show me my photos that I have a smile on my face. Even my husband does this. And it's kind of like, oh my God, you're always smiling. You're very peaceful. And I'm like, yes, because of one thing. And this has been with me always. Before I go to sleep, I forgive myself. I forgive everyone. And I go through the day and give it a blessing. And I bless the day that is coming. And I forever and always sleep with a smile on my face. So people who encounter me asleep find a very sweet, happy, peaceful version of me asleep. Touch wood is still there. Now, when I wake up in the morning, so that's how I go to sleep. And usually before I go to sleep, I will have placed the bubble of God's light with mirror facing outwards that I taught you. Please go back to our previous videos. And I have let go of everything. And I have just been with the flow of who I am. So when I wake up in the morning, if the very first thought is negative or is about a problem or something I need to solve, because sometimes before I go to sleep, I say, universe, you're so savvy. I don't know how to solve this. But I trust that my higher self will bring me a solution. You go to sleep. If I wake up with a very happy solution for this, I got it. But if I wake up with problems and it's something that is weighing me down, the first thing I do is, bless you. That's not me. It's an interference. And I'm like, okay, because this is an interference and I have asked it to leave, what is it that I would like to think in the morning? What's the first thing that I would like to have? And usually it is about a blessing for the day, order of the day. And if not, then it is kind of like taking a deep breath in and say, I'm exuding bliss and happiness. And this is how I'm going to connect with myself and connect for the rest of the day. And I start. That's it, the very first thoughts. But after that, wire something that you've never been doing into being. Even if it's making up your bed, or if you're tending to brush your teeth after breakfast, trust me on this one. While you're brushing your teeth, the first thing while you're washing your face, brush your teeth. And imagine with this brush that with this bacteria, you're getting rid of all the negative bacteria in your life, negativity. And then while you're, putting water and discarding it from your mouth, you're just emptying from your system what does not belong to you. And you're putting a happy space. I promise that this simple wiring will speak miles. You'll be very happy. You've done all of this, you're driving, and then thoughts come from right, left, and center. It's all about panic going to work. And just say, this is not me. How do you know it's not you if it's negative? If it's trying to make you feel heavy, it's not you. So you tell yourself, no, this is not me. I'm a being of light. You just discard it, thank it, and put it aside, and just focus on how wonderful the day is unfolding. Just keep doing very simple things. Some people tell me, oh my God, I have heavy things. And I'm like, nothing is heavy. Even a loved one who's very ill and sick, just say, today when I go and visit them in hospital or go back home, I'm going to have a smile on my face because I deserve it and they deserve it. They love their cafe latte, they love their black coffee, they love herbal tea. I'm going to bring it for them and serve it with a smile and see them smiling back. Now, the most important thing is do not, if you're in your power, be affected by people who are not in their power. Just say it is okay and it is respectful and it is their right to experience the opposite of what I am experiencing. And it is my right to observe them and still remain in my power and exude this trust and belief of what is unfolding. One simple change means it's a new you. One. Not speaking about many, one. So just remember that every time you change a habit for a better habit, it's a better version of you. It never fails. Next week, I'd like you to come back and say, that's the one thing I changed. And have a look at how this one thing that you've changed spiraled into many other things. Try it. You lose nothing. Life is beautiful. And I'm not saying that there are no challenges, but if you see those challenges as stepping stones to a better you, you've cracked it.